Good morning, St. Columba's. In this past Sunday's reading from the letter to the Hebrews, we heard about how Abraham and his family set out with great uncertainty in response to God's call and promise of a new homeland. This wandering but faithful family had little idea of where they were heading or what the new homeland might be like. This may sound far-fetched, but reading this story, I can imagine us, the citizens of this country, as being in a similar situation. Now, I had never thought of the U.S. as a homeland. I thought of it more as my country or our country. But after 9/11, the word homeland came into use, usually in connection with defending it and providing security. But at a deeper level, the word homeland suggests groundedness and belonging, a place where we can all flourish as individuals and as communities. In the reading, it says that Abraham looked forward to a city that has foundations, whose architect and builder is God. What a hopeful, even idealistic notion of homeland, one built by God. We probably don't think of this homeland, our country, as built by God. How could we, given so many deep-seated, intractable problems besetting us? But it seems in all that I read and in my own thinking, as pandemic and riots and protests convulse this land of ours, whose birthday we celebrated Saturday, that we are at a hinge point in our history, that we will never go back to homeland as we've known it. But here's the thing, and here's what so strikes me about what the passage tells us about Abraham and his descendants. It says that if they had been thinking of the land they had left behind, they would have had an opportunity to return. But as it is, they desire a better country, that is, a heavenly one. A better country, not the one they left behind. Are we there? Is this us, now, finally? Of course, many voices cry out for a return to normal, for the good old days or the way things used to be. But I think those voices are singing the wrong tune. Yes, maybe we do have the opportunity to return, but I don't think it's where God is calling us now, any more than several thousand years ago when the family of Abraham had to decide whether to journey forward into a new future or turn back. I love it that the passage continues that as the wandering tribes are in fact desiring a better country, therefore God is not ashamed to be called their God. Sometimes I can't help wondering whether God has been ashamed of us in recent times, particularly as we trash the homeland God has created, our planet, as we destroy our brothers and sisters whose skin doesn't match ours, as we politicize a dreadful pandemic rather than unite to get it under control, as we distort the tools our founders gave us when they so carefully crafted our Constitution. If I were traveling abroad right now, which is of course mostly impossible, I'd feel ashamed about the way we are as a country. And I don't want to go back. I want to trust that in faith, God always goes before us and opens new ways and new possibilities. I so hope that in this time of coronavirus, a new world, a new city is being born out of all this travail. I want to live in the hope that what is ahead will be better than what is, that we will learn from this terrible time, draw closer from this time of separation, make the hard but exciting choices about how things can be better in our personal lives, in our churches, our country, and our world. Perhaps this all seems grandiose. Maybe you're thinking, for God's sake, let's just get through this. And that would be fine, but it wouldn't be the best we could do. Our faith tradition, and I believe that the core of our humanity, yearns always, deep down, for a better way, for the way things ought to be, not just what we seem to be stuck with now. To the degree to which we can commit ourselves to this better country, I believe God goes before us to prepare the way. My hope is that this time will be a fork in the road, perhaps a road never taken thus far, but it may make all the difference. Thanks, Robert Frost. Amen. Be well. Stay safe.